What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing out there? You're watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watts, along with RobDaManMedia and Coach Drake. Hey, tonight we're getting ready to do the post-game show of Colorado versus Kansas State game on yesterday. But before we do that, I got to say a special thank to our sponsor, to my sponsor who sponsored this show tonight. That is Ameris Bank. Get them back up here. I want to thank them for being a proud sponsor of the show. Excuse me. That's Ameris Bank. For more information, if you need a checking, savings account, or a loan, call Melissa Colton at 770-775-8300, and she will take care of you. Also, sponsor of the show, Beautiful Blitz Creation. That's Krista Roberts. I'm telling you, if you want a Colorado t-shirt, that is the number you need to call that you see on the screen. That's 334-524-3469, and she will be able to assist you. You see, she got different styles. She got style one. That's right there. She got style two. That's a picture of her right there. And to order this shirt, all you got to do is just go on my community page right here on YouTube. There's a link in there, or you can go on my Instagram page. In my bio, there's a link. Just click on the link, all the information there. And if you use the code BWatts, you'll get 15% off. That's about $10. You probably get the shirt about $30. That's with shipping. Don't matter what state or city you're in. Shipping usually take about 2 to 3 days. All right. Appreciate y'all if you do that. Support her. I appreciate that, and I'm sure she'll appreciate it too. Okay. All right. Hey, that's it. Let me get on to the show tonight. To bring up the guys. Yeah, you see, I'm wearing the shirt tonight. This the new shirt that she uh designed for me. She gave Rod one. She gave Coach Dre one. And she got Greg one coming up. She got Greg. And she sent me the one she sent to Greg. Greg gonna get this one. Greg said that's the white one. This style number three. All you gotta do is put it in the comment section. Over the weekend, she said she sold 13. Want to appreciate all that. Appreciate each one of y'all who took out the time to order a shirt. Appreciate y'all for that. All right. All right. Hey, it's time to bring the boys up and let's get into this thing.
Yo, yo, yo.
Going on, Rob?
What's going on?
What's up, Coach Drake?
What's good?
Everybody
What's
doing all
good?
right?
What's good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's good. Y'all get y'all shirt?
I got
Okay.
mine
Okay.
on.
Okay. I got all right. All right. All right. How I feel to y'all?
Oh, good, good. It's a great quality, nice shirt. I appreciate her thinking of me and Rob. We appreciate it. Y'all go support her. Go get y'all a shirt, man, so y'all can look like us.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Hey, let's get into the show, man. Getting ready to talk about Colorado and Kansas State post game show. Hey, it was a wild night at Folsom Field in Colorado. 31-28. Lost to Kansas State. They were ranked number 18. But really, the opportunity was there. They just couldn't pull it out. So when you looked at the game, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all give me y'all perspective of the game, and I'll give you mine. We'll start with you, Coach Drake. How did the game look to you, and what you think happened, and they could have done, or what?
I mean, what you found out that these kids will fight. We didn't play great in the first half. Nobody with two eyes would say that, but it's football. Um, that's what comes with it, and with all the ups and downs and the valleys and peaks that we had, we still had a chance to win the football game. We know it's some things we got to work on, but as Coach Prime said in his press conference, it's the little things during the week that's what gets you beat on at the end of the day. Um, I was pleased with the way they fought. These kids could have gave up. They could have easily gave up when Travis got hurt. You get Jimmy to go down, then you get Omarion to get hurt. I think Will was limping around a little bit. So these kids got a lot of grit. They got a lot of fight. We just got to fix a few things. We got beat up front. We got beat up front. Um, I'm not gonna put all the sacks on the offensive line though. Some of those might was on our quarterback, but up front defensively, they moved us around. They ran the ball like they wanted to, and when you can run the ball like that, it's hard pressed for the other team not to win. And so, even with all that said, we still had a chance to win the football game. So at the end of the day, I'm pleased. I think I said it, I'm proud to say I'm a Buff fan with the way those kids fought when they could have easily gave up. They could have easily laid down. They didn't. So we just got to go back to the drawing board. We can't look back. We watch film today, take out what we can take from it, and we move forward to next week. That's all you can do right now.
BWatts, can you turn the music down?
Oh, the music on.
Yeah.
All right.
When you look at this game, it's a lot of things that were just off about it. But overall, when you get Shedeur Sanders 2 minutes left to go, at least go attempt to go tie the game up, and we didn't do that. We got to take this on us. We did a lot of different things that we could have helped ourselves, and we didn't take advantage of the opportunities that was given to us yesterday. That's just flat out simple what it was. It's an L. We got to move on. Let's move on to, focus on Arizona. One thing I want to say is prayers to Marion Miller, the injury that he sustained yesterday. Jimmy Travis and Timmons, they should be good. But yeah, shout out, definitely prayers out to Marion Miller.
Yeah, I definitely want to say prayers out to them. I think one of the best receivers that we had on the team. I think somebody told me he broke his ankle, something like that. I don't know what happened to Terrell Timmons and Jimmy Horn. Uh, I don't know if Trav will be available. Trav, y'all think Trav will be available this coming up Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he'll be available.
Okay. Man, when I look at the game, man, I'm telling you, up front, man, like it's always happened. Always, no matter what sport you're in, especially football, it's gonna be up front, gonna be in the trenches. Offensive line didn't play well. Like Rob said, them sacks went all on them. It was I know I seen three was on Shadur, but on the defensive line, what shocked me on the defensive side of the ball. The linebackers didn't play good at all. Shiloh, he was rusty. I give him that. He didn't play well. But I can't put it all on Shiloh. So when I saw the game, it looked like K-State coaching staff was prepared for what Colorado gonna do. What I mean by that, when Colorado took their went to one linebacker, K-State, K-State went to they started stunning up front. I mean not stunning, but they started what did I see? It looked like they left our left tackle by himself to run a trap blocking. And they didn't think our left tackle, I think it was Barnes at one time, who was the coach at another, they left them by themselves and had a guard to go up top to block their linebacker. I don't know if y'all saw that. And that's how I get it. Boy, I didn't know this dude that tough, man. That running back, K-State. Oh, he all that. And a bag of chips. Boy, man, I'm telling you, man, he was going through that whole jumping through that whole shaking and stuff. Man, I said, good catch. This dude, him, boy, he the truth, man. We couldn't stop him wrong. That was our main problem. I think he rushed for what? About 180 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it
couldn't
was
stop the
somebody
run.
else.
We couldn't stop the run for nothing. Man, I don't know. I think they just got yeah, JR. Yeah, they were pulling their linemen. They were leaving. They were leaving Barnes and who's that? The other, whoever it was, they were leaving them by themselves and had they man pull around now to block Bullet. Cause Block Bullet was playing over the nose type over the center, and his man jumped up and got on the linebacker, and they ran it constantly, and I couldn't believe that Robert Livingston, my first time seeing this, couldn't make the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know what y'all saw on the defensive side. That's what I saw constantly, over and over and over.
I mean, that's what it boils down to is up front. We couldn't get off blocks. They were getting up to the linebackers. I think the second half we did a better job. I think Livingston did make some better adjustments. We had the opportunities. The defense forced a turnover like we wanted them to in the second half. Um, he didn't get off like he did. He had 120 some yards in the first half. So I let you know he didn't do much in the second. We just Anybody who knows me and Rob, I think when we did our breakdown, this was why I didn't want to have a bye week going into Kansas State. I didn't want a bye week going into Kansas State. That was it. I had us losing this game because of the bye week, because I thought we would be rolling. I thought we would be doing good. I thought we'd be feeling good. And then you got to temper yourself down for a week and then try to come back out and take that and pick that momentum up. And what we saw in the second half was we started getting our momentum that we had it in UCF game back. We just looked very rusty, very lethargic in that first half. But again, I'm not going to sit here and, with all that being said, we had a chance to win the
Yeah,
football
you
game.
still understand. Yeah.
And so that's the key sign of a good football team. If you know football, that's a key sign. This is what I'm gonna tell you, and I said this in a group. Ohio State lost yesterday, and I know they got Power 5 players on their team, and I know it's a kid probably played just as bad as some of our guys played, but nobody talks about how bad them kids played. All they talk about is how good the game was. So I want the same. I want that same. Look, I want that same thing to go for Colorado. I want that same thing to go to Colorado. Let's talk about how good our kids did play, how resilient our kids was, and we were in a dogfight. And that's what football is, guys. Like, if you're a football coach, that's all you can ask is for your kids. They stay down. Like I said, we could have easily folded, but we just came out lethargic and a little slow in the first half. We started picking it up in the second, but can't say that. They kept that energy a little bit going. So I think we're gonna be fine in the long run.
One of the things you worry about when you come off a bye is just getting back into the groove of things. It started for me. It started at the Buff Walk. Well, I'm not gonna say the Buff Walk, at the prep rally. I knew something was up when Prime, the leaders, they didn't show up to the prep rally, and then you go to the game day, and then they were essentially late to the Buff Walk. So I kind of knew something we was gonna have a slow start. You can see it a mile away. We was gonna have a slow start. It was gonna take some time for us to get into things, but you never stop believing in that game because Kansas State kept giving us opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Some opportunities we cashed in, and some opportunities we didn't. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's on everybody, the players, the coaches. But I'm not going to say one particular person didn't do their job because there's some things that the defensive line did do that people didn't highlight, especially like BJ Green. He had a hell of a game on the defensive line,
Yeah. He
but
did.
it gets overshadowed. You know what I'm saying, because of the way K-State ran the ball. But when you really look at it, they really was running away from BJ. It was run right, pass left, run right, pass left, run right, pass left. It was literally the pattern all night, right? We're gonna run the ball to the right side and we're gonna pass the ball to the left side. That was a pattern all freaking night. And they didn't deviate from it. Like you seen, it just looked like North Dakota State. And when the game felt like North Dakota State, like it felt like North Dakota State 2.0. And it just looked like, man, they was gonna give us an opportunity to go win it, and they gave us an opportunity to go win it. We just didn't capitalize. But as much and how bad people can say the defense played, the defense gave us an opportunity to go win the game. No matter what you want to say, how you want to look at it, they gave us an opportunity to go win the game. We just didn't do it at the end of the day.
Yeah. I didn't like that last series on the defensive side. I think Colton Hood should have been on that number one instead of Preston Hall. Preston Hall is much of a slot player. And plus he's not from what I've seen all year, he's not gonna bump and run cover guy. They don't like to be physical on the outside. Colton Hood will get physical on you. He will
If I'm
put
not
he will put
mistaken,
his hands on you.
if I'm not
And
mistaken, I don't think Colton Hood was in the game.
I
I don't think Colton Hood was in the game.
I know
If
that's
I'm
why
not
I'm saying I
mistaken.
think he should have been in the game instead of Preston Hudson on that number one. The number one who caught the ball for the touchdown on Preston Hudson.
Well, the
I'm
thing that
saying I think he should have been on one who guarding him because he familiar to being on the outside instead of Preston Hudson. Because one thing I learned about Preston Hudson, somebody catch a ball on, he don't put the effort in to go tackle after he catch it on him. If you go back and look at the history of where he playing this year and look at the plays he been covering, when they catch the ball on him, that's in the slot or whoever he got, he don't put the effort in to go make the tackle. And I didn't like the end how that ended on that. I think Coach Hood he's the second best defensive back cornerback on the team, other than Travis. If you push, he might be the best to me. So what y'all think about Coach Hood?
uh,
I mean,
go ahead, Jose.
go ahead. No, I mean, again, I will keep saying this. He will start in the SEC this year. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. We know what the kid can do again. Uh, but again, we win together, we lose together. I ain't gonna point no fingers at that one play. The man, hey, he made a play. The quarterback threw the ball. Preston was there. We was gonna get a pass interference. It looked like on that call, either way it go. But the kid made a play, and I didn't see the pass interference. I thought they were both pushing each other, but the kid made a play, and that's what a 50-50 ball is. That's what a 50-50 ball is. Uh, Avery just threw the ball up there. He just knew where he was going with the football. I'm gonna throw it up here. I'm gonna give my guy a 10. It's a 50-50 ball. It's a 50-50 chance that we'll get it. It's a 50 chance that they'll get it. He came down with the football. I would have played Coach and Hood in that situation at that corner if I'd have knew what it was. But I think they went fast after that first play. I think they went fast, so I don't think that we was able to get him out there. I think if we would have had, I think if we'd have had time to get him out there, I think Livingston would have went with Hood. I think we rely on cover one a lot. That's what Coach Prime like to play. I think we rely on cover one a lot. I think we'll go back to the drawing board. I think we'll see a few more wrinkles. I still believe in Livingston and his defense. We just didn't have it yesterday. But with that being said, you had a chance to win when you know you didn't have it. And like I said, that shows you what kind of football. And that's what a lot of backups seeing, guys. That's what a lot of backups seeing. That's a lot of backups. That's guys that Shador hadn't been throwing the football to. You know, and so you got to be. I told you to be a good team, you got to have quality backups. We got quality backups. I think we might see some more moving around on the offensive line this week. I won't be upset with either way it goes. But I believe Cotton Hood is the real deal. I think he's the real deal. He showed it this week, and I think we'll see him a little more. I think we might see him in the starting rotation a little bit.
Yeah, we should. I believe we should. Ron, what
Listen,
you with that game? What all you seen going on?
the only thing I can say about that last defensive drive, we didn't come out with the right personnel. That's just flat out what happened. We didn't come out with the right personnel to do what we need to do to get that stop. If you look at the personnel, when we got the interception, that wasn't the personnel that was in on that last drive. I'm just being honest. If you went with that same personnel that you had, the way we got the interception and you play that same defense out there, the people that had the energy, we go and win that game. We get the stop that we need. So when I look at things like this, it just came down to personnel in the right situations. We just didn't have the right personnel in the right situations. And it burnt us this game. We've been getting away with this for so much that you have to go through the situation. But I also could say when it comes to this defensive line, a lot of people didn't even notice. One of the position coaches wasn't there. I'm not gonna say who their name is, whatever, but it does make a difference when that person there and you know what's going on. So one of the position coaches wasn't there. So, you know, I could, you know, it's like I said, everything was off. You know, when certain people are not around or when certain things are happening, I think we would have played it a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, you gotta give credit to K-State. As much as they was trying to give us this game, we just didn't go take it. And they tried to give it to us. But when you look at the cornerback positions, you know, the person that was locked in the most was Colton Hood. I don't understand why he didn't play. You know, like just leave him out there. You know, Travis not come back in the game, which they could have. Which and true honesty, they could have played Travis. They just chose not to play Travis. So I'm gonna be honest with you. They could have played Travis. They chose not to. Travis wanted to come back in the game so bad, and they just told him no. And there's you gotta protect your player in that situation. But he could have played. But when Travis not out there, Hood should have been out there as the outside corner and put Preston Hodge back at his normal spot. But you know, I'm not the coach. I don't know why they didn't do it, but I mean, looking from the outside in, I think that's what the best move should have been. I'm not blaming any coaches for that. It just when you look at, they really wasn't passing the ball. It was more of running, right? So they was trying to figure out how to stop the run versus worrying about the pass. So that's kind of why you could tell why they wasn't too concerned about, you know, who was on the outside, was because they were just trying to stop the run. They were just trying to stop the bleeding. At the end of the day, who would have thought K-State would have came out passing the ball in the last possession when they've been running the ball, and then they went to the last possession and they just come out slinging the ball, like, you know, that's just what they did. Now on a couple, you know, even with the possession we got the interception, we weren't lined up properly. We just got blessed with the opportunity that the ball got tipped up in the air. But the way we play defense, so at times it was kind of suspect, but it is what it is. They give us opportunity to win the game.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's up and down. It's like it's an up and down team. And another thing surprised me. They never went to a 11 personnel on offense.
Yes, they
They
did.
went to a 12 personnel at the goal line, but most of the time when they was on offense, it was 10 personnel.
They was in 11 personnel.
Huh?
They was in
I
11
just see
personnel.
Savell Small out there.
Huh?
Y'all
Yes, he
seen
was.
Savell? You was?
He
He's
was
down there
lying.
on the goal line.
Listen,
Chat, did y'all see it on TV? I don't know what I've been looking at this.
we watch. You need to go back and watch it. Majority of the time, Savell Small was he was the one who missed the block that got Shador blown up on the play. Like that's the person that was at the right tackle. He was lined up right behind the right tackle. He's the one who got Shador blasted. He just completely didn't block the dude that run a drive when we had just had a momentum play, and he didn't
Well, I
even
missed
block
that
the
one
dude.
then.
He came. Savell Smalls was playing a lot
He
yesterday.
played a lot. They went to 11 personnel a lot.
Yes, he was either lined up behind
Well, I
the
didn't
left
see
tackle,
that.
or he was lined up behind the right tackle. I'm telling you, I know
It must have been
he
about
was
one or two
there.
times. It's just,
He played. He
they
played
good
a
though. They
lot.
ain't even run the ball that many times.
He wasn't in for them to run the ball. They was pass blocking with him. They used him for protection. Like I'm
Okay.
telling you, I can count how many. He probably was on the play. He probably was on the field at least 35 to 40% of the offensive snaps. He
God,
missed some.
I
He
thought he
missed some
played
blocks.
bad then.
He missed some key blocks that got us blew up, and that's why that's part of the reason why they stopped running the ball. Like it's pretty obvious, but if you go back and watch it, you'll see some
Yeah,
real small.
I didn't watch the like I usually do. Man, yeah.
Listen, he missed. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this one particular play. He didn't block, and Houston didn't block the dude, and the dude just came straight in and just smashed the door. Like
Who?
that's really what happened. Like the play, I want to say it's either the first or the second snap, the first or the second sack. Both of them didn't even block. They didn't even like the dude wasn't even out there. It was like they just seen a ghost and he just came straight through. That's if you go back to that play, you will see Savell Smalls because neither one him or Houston
No,
didn't
I'll
block
watch
the
it
dude.
when I get to. Yeah, I didn't watch the replay. I just watched the. I've been man, that game went out so late. I said, ah. But going forward, man, we got Arizona. I think we got it depends on who's gonna be available, man. I sure with that Mathis dude be available at wide receiver. I don't know how healthy he's
Listen,
gonna be.
I'll just say this: everybody should be available besides Marion Miller. That's the easy way I can tell you. Everybody should be available besides Marion Miller.
Oh yeah, man. I think we had Trav. We would have won that game. I believe we would. Would have had
I
Trav.
mean,
Yeah.
but what you saw was no Travis. Those guys still stepped up. You saw Cotton Hood
Yeah.
step up. You saw the receiver step up, and that's what you needed to know. Whether people believe it or not, that also showed recruits that hey, that we can win without Travis Hunter. That with all that being said, we can win without Travis Hunter. We like you say, it's football. It's ups and downs. We couldn't stop. I mean that we couldn't stop the run.
Mm.
And that sets up the pass. So when you thinking, all you thinking about is, hey, y'all ain't stopped the run all day, and so now you come out and pass it. So that's what football is, and a good football coach, that's what he'll do. I'm proud of all those guys. Like I said, you win as a team, you lose as a team. We the won that game. Nobody would have had anything to say. You know, you lost. You came up on the bad end of the stick this week. You go back, like you say, you go back to the drawing board. You get ready for Arizona. Everything we want is still in front of us.
Right.
BYU was still.
I don't think they can win. I don't think they can win the Big 12 now, bro.
What do you mean? There's only one loss in the Big 12.
Right.
It's still 6 more games to play out.
Okay. I got y'all 10. I'm glad y'all don't woke up because y'all came on kind of dry. All right, let's check this out. I got to deal with Coach Drake because he set the tone on the show. All right, we got BYU and you got Iowa State, and now you got Kansas.
They got to
State.
They got to play each other.
There's another team, right? And one more team.
That's undefeated. I think it's just Iowa State and B. It's just Iowa State.
They ain't lost, man.
Texas Tech is undefeated in the Big 12.
Yeah, they undefeated.
Yeah, but they got to play us. They got to play us. So
I ain't worried about them. We don't play Iowa State nor BYU.
It don't matter.
BYU and Iowa State got to play each other. BYU and Iowa State got to play each other. So that's going to be a loss for somebody.
Yeah. Kansas State still got to play both of them, so it don't matter. We good. Like, it's still a lot to play out.
Kansas State's not going to beat BYU.
I mean, they already played BYU.
I'm not going to tell you. BYU was a team that I think going to be in the Big 12 championship. I'm just going to be straightforward. I'm honest to people.
Who?
I'm not lying. BYU.
Yeah, they're going to be in there. Exactly.
They're going to be in. They're gonna be in the Big 12 championship, and we just need to be there with them. We just got to be there with them. But we control our own destiny. So all we can do is control what we can control. Nobody is world beaters in the Big 12. The only team that looks like they're better than everybody else right now is BYU. Everybody else can be beat. So you go out here, you beat Arizona. You beat Cincinnati. We got a bye week after that. Then we got Texas Tech, I think.
No, they got Cincinnati.
We got Arizona, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Then we got.
Then we got a bye.
Yeah.
We got a bye after Cincinnati, right? And then and then we got Texas Tech.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean we control our own destiny, guys. We all we can do is keep winning.
Yeah, they got to keep
clean up what we clean. You clean up what you did yesterday. You play like you played on offense the second half. We got to run the ball more than 10 times. I will say that. And you just got to control what you can control. I don't think you will see Hill Green play like that again. Like I say, I just think that again that offense. If y'all go back, if we go back to when me and Rob first did these breakdowns, that was our concern. That we'd be hot coming off, we'd be like 4-1, 5-0 coming in, and we have to take a break, and we come out and be flat. And that's exactly what we got. We were flat.
Yeah,
we just were flat.
And to be honest, if we played KState before we went on the bye, that game would have been a lot different. Is coming off a bye and trying to ramp yourself back up is hard. It's hard. But go ahead, Coach Jay.
I mean, like I say, it's just all we can do. BWatts is control what we can control. Again,
yeah, that's all we can do. Yeah.
We're not gonna look ahead. What's our goal? Our goal is to be 1-0 next Sunday. That's our goal. But again, just from a coach's point of view, and I'm not a hypocrite, so I saw the well-off videos all week, and I saw Coach Prime have to. He seemed like he had to keep getting them going left, and stuff like that. You have to win every day during the week, so that Saturday can be easy. I don't think we won every day this week.
Right.
I don't think we won every day this week.
I think they need to let them hit in practice, man. They ain't being physical in practice enough. Like they were coming up to the UCF game. UCF week, Coach Prime let them tighten. Everybody get hit. But the quarterback.
but everybody gets hit, but this is another thing. Y'all gotta also understand that the NCAA got rules on that too. So it's like it's a catch-22. When people be telling y'all that they trying to make football soft, I promise you, they trying to make football soft. We just gotta come out with some juice. We just didn't have it. We didn't have it, B. Ain't no excuses. We just didn't have it the first half. On defense, on offense.
Greg keep telling me they need to practice at night. You think they need to practice at night since them games at night? They gonna make it.
I don't think. I mean, K-State had the same. They had to deal with the same situation. I don't give them kind of excuses. You can be prepared that way, but it is a lot to ask a kid to be like they're not professionals. So it is a lot. You talking about getting on the field at 8:30, 9 o'clock, but Eastern time that's 10:30, 11 o'clock. And you sit around all day, and then like you say, you've been off all week, and you got to get yourself going. But like I said, we ain't gonna make no excuses. K-State earned themselves a W.
Yeah,
they earned themselves a W. When you run for over 200 yards and you got a team off balance, you've earned yourself a win. Like Coach Prime say, that's a good football team. That's a good football coach over there. I told y'all that guy's not gonna deviate from what he does. He is Herman Boone from Remember the Titans. That's who he is. He's Herman Boone from Remember the Titans. I'm gonna do it my way. Hey, I'm gonna keep doing this stuff, and eventually it's gonna work. And so you gotta tip your hats off to that coach and that coaching staff and those players. Their offensive line, they came to play. Their defensive line, they came to play. And but with all I keep saying, with all that being said, Colorado had a chance to win the football game.
They did.
So
they sure did. I think you do. That one of the best games I don't see you do play this year. Boy, he was slinging that
no
thing.
Doubt.
Huh?
No doubt.
Boy,
go ahead, Rob.
That time. He got in the group. That's what I'm saying. If Trav was there more comfortable with him, boy, and the guy hurt, man.
But here's the thing, BWatts. The thing that made Colorado successful, they went away from it. When they went to a 3-by-1 formation with 3 wide receivers bunched and 1 wide receiver on the opposite side,
right?
Kansas State couldn't do anything with it, and they just went completely away from it.
Yeah, LeJohn was there.
Listen, one of the things that you see from K-State is they couldn't communicate on the backside. That's why Shedeur Sanders had a hell of a game passing wise. It's just he took unnecessary sacks. Or this is probably the most I've seen Shedeur Sanders take intentional grounding. When they gave you opportunities, man, just check it down. Just check, like sometimes, man, just check it down. Let's just take the 3-4 yards they give you.
You didn't want to do it for some reason. That's the only thing about this game I don't like.
Keep it going, but even with him not taking the checkdowns, I mean, he still was like 30 for 34.
Yeah.
For 350 plus yards.
One while he was 22 for 24. I said, good. So,
I mean, if you just take out that one bad interception, that's
I think Traylon Miller ran the wrong route. I think he supposed to win up. That's when I looked at.
I can agree with you on that part because I said the same thing in the stands when I was watching it, and I was just like, but that's the person he shouldn't even went to him. The person he should have went to was Will Shepherd, who had the big back on the outside.
Yeah.
If he
I said
just
the same thing. Like he was wide open. He was
if
coming
he just
from
let
wide
you
open.
whip, like that's the thing where it's like that's the only thing is like when you predetermine where you finna go before that ball high because of based upon the coverage and you don't let the thing play out, that's when you miss it because there were times last night where Tay was open and we flat out just missed him. Flat out just didn't give him the ball. And those type of plays mount up. And when you keep missing opportunity, you get yourself into a fourth down situation with the game on the line and hoping for the pass interference, which was pass interference. But at the end of the day, you can't. The refs ain't gonna bail you out in that situation because guess what? You know they don't want to see Prime win, so you know you ain't finna get that call. So why you put yourself in a situation?
On that play, he should have went to what's called coming across the middle.
It was a couple
Or he
people
could have ran. You think he could have ran and got a first down?
He could have ran and got a first down. Listen. The biggest issue I seen last night was Shedeur Sanders not climbing up in the pocket. He climbs up in the pocket. Majority of those sacks don't even happen.
True. Yeah.
Because you're either gonna take off or you're gonna dump it down and you're gonna get 5-6 yards. That's just the truth of the matter. But for some reason, it was just like, man, if I hike this ball, I'm going left, I'm going right. I am not coming up in the pocket. And you gotta come up in the pocket.
I wonder what caused that. What makes you think he's doing? Why he wants to climb up in the pocket?
I'm finna get to it. A lot of this comes to, can I trust my offensive line? If I come up in the pocket, I deliver and I don't get hit, guess what happens? My confidence goes up because I know my line got me. But if I continue to just drop back and I bail right, bail left, I'm just running myself into sacks. Now I'm trying to outrun everybody. You're just fanning. And so as you notice, KState just kept going wider and wider and wider as the game goes on.
He's going to bail out to him.
Start seeing the pattern. Like, oh, he's not going to step up in the pocket. So why pressure up the middle? Just keep going wider on the outside because he's going to go left, he's going to go right, he's going to run right into us. And that's what, like, the sack that Jordan Seaton gave up, Jordan Seaton did everything that he's supposed to do and fan that guy out. Agent Shedeur just didn't climb up in the pocket where he had all the time and the space to get rid of the ball. And listen, if your offensive line gives you 3 or 4 seconds,
that's all you need
to get the ball off, then you can't blame it on the offensive line. They did their job. Yeah. But they're gonna be the one that's gonna get critiqued and gonna get bashed for it when all we have to do is just climb up in the pocket. And even if you climb up in the pocket, it's going, because they fanned out so much, it's going to give you opportunities to take off up the middle, to take off to the right, to take off to the left, or to check the ball down so you can see things. But we guys got so much worried about, man, where the pressure coming at that we didn't even think about, man, just come up in the pocket. And I know he can do it because he worked on it. So it's not, I'm not telling you something that I know he can't do. It's something he can do.
But he had done it. He won't do it like he had done it all year, though, Russ.
But
I can't understand why the quarterback coach and why the Coach Prime and Pat Sherman won't tell him climb up in the pocket.
The thing about
it, I think Prime did tell him that one time.
He did.
You gotta also remember he been getting away with it.
That one they got to stop that.
Yeah, that look.
You ain't gonna be able to play like that in the next level. I guarantee you won't be able to play like that in the next level.
I feel that he just, like I say, you gotta have the trust. You definitely gotta have the trust to step yourself up. And when you do step up, 9 times out of 10, when he does step up, he runs it. But you can't make them guys look bad like that. When you roll back out like that, you make that tackle look bad because again, that he's taking that man out that way, and you're going out there where he's taking the man.
Right.
You just, like I said, you got to step up in the pocket and deliver the pass.
I saw Dylan Hayes block the guy on the outside. Should do it that rolled out there where he was at and got the sack. I said, man.
What? BWatts, you know the craziest thing, and it's just like, I don't know if it's just me at a game, is what is the point of putting a running back in the backfield?
Hey, I said the same thing.
And I'm saying this.
I'm saying this out in the slot. Let's come on out there in the slot.
I'm saying this to be honest right now. Like, we put the running back in the backfield, and we really ain't picking up no blocks with the running backs every now and then. Well, why can't we just run a draw and let these fools just come up the field and run a draw underneath it and just
Just
bunch them
play
up for 20,
together.
30
I
yards?
think my friend, she was saying the same thing. Why don't they run a draw? I said,
I mean, because every team is doing the same thing. It's not nothing that we not seeing week to week. It's the same exact
same
tactic
defense.
everybody's going with. That
Yeah.
we have opportunities where we can get our big guards out and get them in space and let them go smash somebody up the field 15, 20 yards. But we're not even giving them opportunity because the way the pass rush is coming and how fast they find off the edge, they're opening up for us to go run underneath them to get around it and to take them out the play. But I think we get so caught up in, man, we got to get these passes off. And it's just like, man,
Yeah.
just play complimentary football. And I don't think we did enough last night of complimentary football. I don't think we could have went to the 12 personnel and put the 2 running backs. We ain't seen that in a couple of weeks. Put the 2 running backs in the backfield and let's see what happens. Because we have shown when we put 2 running backs in the backfield, we have a more potent offense. We put 2 running backs in the backfield with Shador than we do just having a single running back there. I'd rather them go empty because it really wasn't a problem with blocking KState more than what people think it was. We was making it harder on ourselves because we just didn't come up in the pocket. That's just as simple as what it was.
I mean, he said a mouthful there. I mean, again, we can see and go around. We can go around the table all we want with it.
We had
What
opportunity
you
though.
know is
Yeah.
what you
That's
know is
option.
I
They
see
shouldn't
the
have,
comments.
but they did.
I see the comments again. Georgia, Alabama, and all them, they do this kind of stuff. They oh man, that's a good football team. They rugged. They this, that, and the other. I want the same respect. I want the
Yeah.
same respect. It's
No, definitely.
football.
Yeah.
It's football. So I mean, it was ups and downs, but when you play like that and you still have a chance to win the football game, you're doing something right. When you play the way we played in the first half, the mistakes we made, and then you got to understand, if Shador doesn't throw that pick, we win the football game. Nobody thinks about that. If Shador doesn't throw that pick, we win the football game. A bad throw by Shador, but I lose with 2. Any day of the week, twice on Sunday. We just got to get better. We got to get better. And go ahead, Papa.
I'll say this: even with him throwing that pick, when we got that interception, we got that return, we didn't run enough time off the clock. If we literally run the ball or run some type of screen and run some more time off, that puts us in a better position to win.
True.
It puts us in a better guys, it puts you in a better position to win. I agree with you. But as a football coach and you're losing in your mind, you're just thinking about I gotta score.
Yeah, I get it.
I got you get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't necessarily think that they were thinking about the clock at the time. I think they were more thinking about, hey, we gotta score. And I think they felt like the defense had found their juice. So it's like, okay, we go score. I think our defense will get us the ball back.
The defense found what?
Hey, Jay,
after the pick. I'm talking about after the interception.
Oh, okay.
Get the interception. We go and score. So now what I'm thinking as a coach is, okay, now my coach, I feel like my defense might be done found themselves. They might can give me one more stop. Because guys, they gave us in the second half, they gave us 2-3 stops. They gave us some 3 and outs. I mean, you can't ask for nothing else.
Yeah, they gave the kid one. I think one they gave him 3 and out.
Here's why I'm saying this. Every possession we got into the red zone, we was milking clock until that last possession. And that's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because every time we got to the red zone, we was milking clock, taking our time to go score, and then we get the interception and we got into a rush to accelerate the gas. And it's like, what like why like go ahead and do what we was doing. Take the phone. Hey, we're gonna take out 3-4 yards, we're gonna get a first down, we're gonna run 3 minutes. And now when you get the ball back, now it's in a minute 30, minute left in the game, we go score. Now guess what? The defense is gonna play a little bit different. They have more time to rest, but also the play card on the defense side is gonna change. You probably would have seen us go more of a zone look versus more of a man look in that situation. And the better the best players on the field because we know they gotta pass the ball. That's what we got caught up in the middle is it was so much time left on the game. It's like, dang, do we rush the quarterback? Do we put our run defense out here? And they came out and passed. Well, if we run the ball and less time, guess what? We gotta put our passers out here because we know they gotta pass the ball. And so that's the only decision throughout the whole entire game that I was like, I question because I'm like, dog, why we get into a rush to go score, even though we're down, we got the ball at like the 20-something yard line. How about run a minute or two off this thing, run 3 minutes off this thing, and now we really put the pressure on KState. We still do what we do, and we're gonna score, but we also put the pressure on them.
Yeah. It took them 3 plays and 58 seconds. Let's go.
Yeah.
That
And
wheel
then, I
route.
mean, man, but
That
like you
wheel
say,
route would hurt us from the start.
I think
The line.
if you
I'm
were
just
so,
surprised that the line didn't play that good, man.
So
He was really good, but Bentley, he didn't
I'll
show
say
up.
this. When people say the running game was non-existent, that's not true. Because when we need to run the ball and get 1 or 2 yards, we got it every time. So it wasn't the fact that the running game was non-existent. It's just we just didn't run the ball.
Yeah,
So don't say it was not consistent because if you look at the stat sheets, it looks ugly because Shador sacks. But if you take away Shador sacks, how many attempts did the running backs actually get? So it wasn't that the running back game was non-existent. We didn't get them no opportunities to do anything.
right.
And when we did get them opportunities, it was short yards, and guess what they did? They went and got it every time. We couldn't even say, hey, man, why we didn't run the ball? When we got to 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, something like that, we ran the ball. We got the first down every time.
Hey, I think that on a couple of them runs, he went through the wrong hole. That's when I like Isaiah, man.
there you go. There you go.
I like Isaiah. See,
There
that
you
was
go.
everybody kept thinking Prime was fussing when they ran the ball on the call. It wasn't that. He was fussing because he ran to the wrong hole.
If when you go back and watch it, it's right there. I'm like,
I was
Dylan, what you
looking at it.
looking
I
at,
was like,
baby?
damn, he went to the wrong
I'm
hole.
like, Dylan, what you looking at, baby? But again, like
Yeah.
I say, when you back there, I can't play it for him. So you get what I'm saying? I don't know what he was looking at, but when I see it, I'm like, Dylan, it's right there. But again, guys, we played. We played the game against a good football team. I don't want to take nothing away from Kansas State, and I don't want people to take nothing away from Kansas State. We can say they're not a good football team. They're a top 25 football team, guys. They're a top 25 football team. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Hey, listen.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And we played with them, so I know we can play with anybody in the country right now. Again, I think BYU was head above everybody else in the Big 12. I thought maybe it was just a fluke, but I really watched them yesterday. BYU is a legitimate football team.
They is.
No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But we got to control what we can control. And what we can control is being 1-0 next week, beating Arizona. Like you said, we won't have O. I think we'll have everybody else back. And it started today. It started today. We had to win today. We had to watch the film. We had to take our critiques from our coaches. We had to realize what we did wrong. And then tomorrow we got to go out and we got to have a good day of practice.
Oh yeah.
Ain't nothing behind us gonna help us.
No,
ain't nothing behind us going. Ain't nothing
they
behind
got
us
to play
going.
better, man. They got to put that effort in. They got to put the effort in.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? We've been seeing all these run teams for the first 6 weeks. We finally get a passing team. So now your focus level really got to be more disciplined, really got to be more focused coming into this week. And like Jay said, you got to give credit to K-State. For us not to play our best football and only lose by 3 points shows you we got the potential, we got the pieces. We just got to come in and lock in and focus. So don't go out there and try to talk crazy because you feel some type of way because your favorite player might not have played their game, but we got an opportunity to do something. We didn't take advantage of it, and that's all it wrote. And it's moving on to Arizona.
And then for everybody saying free starter Meyer and this, that, and other, When y'all saw that interception and y'all saw the first kid you saw was Stoudemire, what I'm telling y'all, these kids are selfless. They know they know there's no it's about what we can make happen. Stoudemire's gonna play, guys. We just again the same thing. I keep telling y'all, everybody want everything the way they want it. That ain't God ain't gonna give you the blessing the way you want it. God gonna give you the blessing. You got to take the blessing the way God give it to you. You see what I'm saying? So we got to look at this and we got to take it for what it is right now. We're a good football team. We're a good football team that needs work.
Yeah.
And I think we can get better in every aspect of the football game right now. What we were depending on was the defensive line to play a little better. They didn't play as great as they've been playing, but that's them the same guys that's been holding us down. So
Now,
Right.
we
I would say this.
gon' go ahead.
I would say this about the defensive line. Everybody wasn't dressed. We had some injuries on the defensive line, and they showed up yesterday.
Right. I did notice that, but again, even with that being said, we came out and the guys that's been holding us down, they just didn't play. They didn't play like they've been playing. But we're not 4-2 of those guys haven't played the way they've been playing. So am I gonna turn my back on them guys that's been doing what they've been doing? No, we didn't have our best showing this week. But not having your best showing, that's not to say that BJ Green didn't, because BJ Green played his behind off.
Yeah, he did.
BJ Green played his behind off.
Yeah.
And again, we not gonna make no excuses, man. We 4-2. Yes, it's teams in the top 25 that's 4-2, right? So all we can do is come back, listen, and like I say, we got to take coaching. And I'm not saying that our guys aren't taking coaching, because I believe we are taking coaching, but we got to come back. We gotta refocus our mindset and get ready to do what we can do, what we know that we're capable of doing. We showed it in spots last night that we can do this, we can do that, we can. So we gotta finish. We gotta finish, and like I always tell people, man, we find out what you really about when somebody down. Same thing with anything in life. Yeah, if you're jumping off the bandwagon now, you really wasn't never on. If you jumping off the train now, you wasn't really never on the train. You were just waiting for a reason to jump off. Well, we gave you one. Go ahead. We gave you a reason to jump off. You find out who your real friends is when you down in the dumps. To see what these young men did and what you know about the receivers, and you got to give the receiver coach a hell of a round of applause. Is everybody was ready. They were ready for their moment. When their moment came, they stepped into it. We're going to need some more of that. We're going to need some more of that. We're going to need you. I keep telling people, you one play away from being the man. See, everybody want to be the man till it's time to be the man. Everybody wants to be the man till it's time to be the man. One thing we saw is that when it was time to be the man, those guys in that receiver corps, they stepped up to the table. When it was time to be the man, Cotton Hood stepped up to the table and showed I can be the man. So like I said, I went to sleep. I was a little fretful at first. I watched a little bit of the first half just to see some things, and then I laid down. I didn't feel bad. I felt bad for the kids that got hurt. I was worried about my kids. I was worried about Jimmy. I was worried about Amarion. But I didn't feel bad. Like, I just knew we were a bad team and we didn't put on a good show. We put on a good show. The outcome wasn't what we wanted it to be.
Right.
So, you know.
That same thing, Coach Ray. I wasn't like being at the game. It just felt weird, but like I wasn't pissed that we lost. I was more frustrated about what I seen on the field and that we didn't play to the level where we used to playing at. Whether if this person in the lineup or that person in the lineup, we just couldn't string at least 5, 6 players on a play to play good, right? And when we did have 4 or 5 players play good, you had 2 or 3 people that just wasn't in the spot they supposed to be in to go make a play. Whether that's offensively or defensively, it just felt like that all night. It's like, man, just give us up. And then we finally figured out the right formula, the right players to put in and had the right energy, then we don't come back to them. Just like on offense, when we found the chemistry on offense and we marched that ball down and we went to that 3-by-1 set and KState started faking injuries every freaking play to stop the momentum. It's like, why? Just stay in that. It's listen, they don't have no answers for this. We got to run it back in the backfield. We can do whatever we want and we go away from it. Make them figure this out. And guess what they did? The way they tried to figure it out was faking injuries because they didn't have no answer for it on the back end. But go ahead, BWatts.
No, y'all cooking, man. Y'all talk, bro. Y'all talk, man. It just it's hard to talk after loss, bro. But I know that's sport, man. You know,
But I
like
mean,
I said,
it ain't hard.
It ain't hard.
It ain't hard. It ain't hard. It's just it's hard with this right here because you know you had it.
I'm just
You had
disappointed at the defense, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hurt. I'm not disappointed in them because they've been carrying us, B.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying they didn't care, but I just, man, when you see the linebacker, especially here, Green, tell me this: what the purpose of a linebacker? This is what I saw, and I've been saying, just run into a lineman and the ball carrier ain't there. I mean, he did it constantly. Why? Is that's what the play they call? I ain't never seen that.
Well,
Some
tell me
of
what
it.
you tell me what you yeah. Tell me what you're saying, B. What you mean? Are
Okay,
you saying they running through
they
the wrong
on
gap?
defense. We on defense. They don't took Bender off the field. He the only middle linebacker, and he ain't lined up in the middle. He lined up to the left side. As soon as they hike the ball, he runs straight and take on the top.
Well, maybe they were slanting. That's the only thing I can think. That was the adjustment I think I saw when we
Yeah,
came out.
somebody
We
said that
went
they got an
to
assignment. Yeah, they want. He wasn't reading. He wasn't doing no reading and rap. He was just
So
running.
well.
so
Go ahead, Rob.
so in the
Go,
first
Rob.
half, what you seen was they were just trying to use Hill Green as that 5th defensive lineman instead of
Okay,
letting him
but
be a
check this
linebacker.
out. It left
Oh,
your middle of your
I
defense wide
look,
open,
just
and
listen,
so Shiloh had to come
just,
down.
just
I
listen.
just,
I'm gonna break it down for you. So they went to a 50 front. When they went to a 50 front, is so they can stop having Hill Green come down. Because what they was trying to do is just have Hill Green hit a hole and just go blast that hole
he
and
didn't hit no
allow.
hole. He was going into the line.
I get it, but when you're looking at the way KState was with their assignment on their offensive line, like down blocking and moving people around, it makes it look like you're running into somebody, but that's not truly what's going on. Like, and so what they were expecting Kim and Shiloh to come up and make plays and make hits. Well, that didn't happen because if Shiloh literally comes up and make tackles, these are 3 or 4 yard gains. Then you're not having this question. But when you're going up there and you're trying to arm tackle people, that's why he's running loose. That's the reason why he's running and he's getting these big plays off. It's because we wasn't wrapping up and we wasn't going to make the tackles. They put them in a right assignment to do the job. We just didn't go make the plays. That's just flat out what happened. It ain't no way you can call around this. When you go back and actually watch the game and just take your emotions and feelings out of it, you will see what they were doing with Hill Green. He was doing with his job. It's just KState offensive lineman had a different assignment of what they wanted to do. And that's why it looked like he was just running to a tackle when he was really running to the assignment they told him to. And they was expecting the people behind him to go make a play. Anybody that wildest dreams, like you can see it. But then you can also see where we just flat out missed tackles. I'm talking about we're in the hole, ran up with the guy, and we don't make the play. So that really ain't on the line. Like, what else can you ask for?
And that's what I was gonna say, B. as much as we were upset with the plate, like I think he did that because when you got that down blocking going on, like it's easy that's the easiest block for a lineman. It just really is. When you teaching line blocking, down blocking is some of the easiest stuff because like hey bro, you just going down on that guy. So what they were doing was, okay, y'all gonna go down. We gonna make y'all have to have a person to block. So now you put Hill Green in there to make that person him have to have that person instead of them coming up to get to Shiloh or Silman Craig. Like I say, I can count 5 or 6 times we had you for a loss, and Giddens was just stepping to the side, quick hit, jump stepping. I mean that kid was a hell of a running back yesterday. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. That arm tackling stuff just didn't work.
Okay.
It just didn't work.
That makes sense now. I was
Listen,
wondering, I was saying, dang, how you
listen.
think you running to the line and ain't no running back there?
BWatts. Here's what made the
Who?
difference. Here's what made the
I
difference.
think why he kept running to the y'all just explained it to me. Why he keep running to the lineman and the running back ain't there? Y'all just
Yeah,
Listen,
they want
explained.
because they coming down and you want that man to have somebody to go hit. So what I'm
Yeah.
telling
Okay.
you is they was in 12. They was mostly in 12 personnel, right? So they had a tight
Right.
end.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is when we going down, well that center's he gonna come this way, and if that linebacker if you go through another gap, he's just coming up to get the man that we want to go make the tackle. So what we did was we went ahead and told Hill Green to take that man on, so that your safeties could make the tackles. You were dependent on Silman Craig and Shiloh to make tackles, and my boy just didn't make enough tackles last night. He just didn't.
I'm gonna take this a step further. We just happen to play against a running back who had patience. Because if we played against anybody that didn't have patience, those are lost in the backfield. What you seen at UCF, what you seen was, and they played it perfect. That's why it looks so bad. But when you really go break it down, Robert Livingston put us in position to go make tackles. We had tackles in the backfield, and guess what? We just didn't wrap up. We had plenty of tackles that we stopped them at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, but we would not just wrap up and take them to the ground. So now, when you come up, this is what happens. Listen, he kept what Robert Livingston did was he kept them off from getting to the second line. That's why you see Hill Green there. It looks like he's just running to somebody. But what he really trying to do is he's trying to free up so these offensive linemen don't get their hands on Shiloh, don't get their hands on Cam for them to go make tackles. And now you're seeing a bigger explosive play. So we played it correctly. We just didn't have the guys going. We just didn't have the guys in there that wanted to go make the play. Because how many times did we get somebody in the whole lineup face to face with them and then we didn't make the tackle? What else can you ask for? The man putting you in your knees. I don't know what else you can ask for in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they so moving forward to Arizona. I know they got that big wide receiver.
That's all they got.
I don't know if they got a good running back or not.
So their actual starting running back, the NCAA has not approved him to play. So they kind of iffy in the running game. But their actual starting running back, that he's a decent running back, the NCAA has not approved his waiver for him to play this season yet.
Oh, okay. So what y'all think?
I mean, they got an athletic quarterback. He can move around. He's not as fast as Avery. I feel we match up well. That's why I say I think you'll see a lot more Cotton Hood this week.
You definitely see a lot of big dudes.
You will see a lot more of that. Again, we were rusty. We was rusty, B. We was just rusty.
Yeah, I seen that at the jump. So I said it's gonna be a long game.
I
but we
want to
did
put
have
it
that.
yeah, but we was there, and so that's what I'm saying. I want the same leniency that you're gonna give Alabama. I know Florida ain't good as good as Colorado. They took Tennessee to the brink. It took them to overtime. You know what they
Right.
talking about? How great of a football game it is, and how Florida played so great, and how they did this. So all I'm asking is for the same. I'm asking for the same leniency. Our kids came out. They came out slow. They came out sluggish, but we found a way. And when people say you're not coaching, you can't say that, because when your kids come out sluggish and you still find a way to get these kids to find it somewhere deep down inside of themselves to come out here and keep fighting. And listen, that Superman over there that went down. A lot of teams, when your best player, did you see what K State looked like when they didn't know if Avery was coming back? They went to looking around like, boy, hey, listen, hey man, Avery better come back out that locker room, or boy, listen.
We run,
When
run,
Travis
run.
when Travis went down, and that's what I mean by selfless. He could have happily went in there, put his street clothes on, came back out. He came back out in his stuff. He was the most vocal guy. He was right there rooting his guys on. You can't teach that. You can't teach that kind of selflessness. But nobody will talk about that. But if you was on Alabama or Georgia, you talk about it, right? That be the main. Hey man, our best player got hurt and he was the main person. You didn't talk about it. Hey guys, we can talk about this all day long about Shiloh. When your father gets on national TV and the first thing he says is you play horrible, what else can you say?
Yeah, he said that.
What
You
else
know,
can
we
we
all
say?
know yeah, I mean, we all
You
seen
get
that.
what I'm saying? No,
I don't know why they pissed on that.
there's at the end of the day, you not your best every day, right? So he wasn't his best, but he was trying to get himself back for his team and to help. Now like I said, we just didn't make the tackles, B. We just
Right.
didn't make the tackles.
That's
And
all.
when you don't make tackles, that football is making. Hey, that's the main part of football, making tackles. And we just didn't.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Like I say, I just hope they come out with a new attitude. I think they do. They always bounce back after a loss. Got a super chat there for JM saying, let's say, have to play zone. I feel we don't have man corners.
Man, what KState did, we got man corners. All KState did was try to put you to sleep, fall you to sleep, because they're not throwing the ball as much. And that's what happened. And that last possession is they came out with a mindset, man, KState gonna run the ball. All they need is 3 points. They gonna come out run the ball. Like that's how y'all gotta look at it football context of like how some of these kids thinking. Down and distance, K-State ain't took a deep shot all night, right? And they wait to the fourth quarter to take 2 deep shots. Actually, 3. Because they
Yeah,
came back and ran the same play from the first half that you could see coming a mile away. When they came out, they went to this bunch tight. You knew mesh was coming, and they was gonna run the running back on a wheel route. We said it all week. They was gonna run a wheel route. We said it was coming. Guess what? Guess who man it was? I'm not even gonna point out who man it was, but the person man who it was didn't get over there. So when you look
yeah,
at it in the breakdown of everything, we still had opportunity to win the game, even with us playing man majority of the night. We still had opportunity. When they gave us the defense gave us opportunity, they gave 2 with the ball with 2 minutes left, and what Coach Prime always say, what everybody say, listen, you give Shador Sanders the ball with 2 minutes to go, things gonna happen. And it's just the game, we just didn't make it happen when it all came said and done. Because guess what? 2 goes down there and win this game. You're not even thinking about man-to-man coverage. You're not thinking about half the stuff that you're talking about. Let's be honest.
yeah, yeah. My barber rusted, but he gonna bounce back. I got faith in Shiloh. They need Shiloh. They need Shiloh.
You need
Y'all go ahead, talk. I'm reading the comment. Y'all go ahead. We got about what? What one? About we'll do about 5 more minutes.
Go ahead, Dre.
A lot of y'all boy no show though. I ain't
The
seen it
mute,
in
the
2
mute.
weeks. Yeah, Ray
Yeah,
on.
Law Dog in here. Go ahead, Dre.
What's up, Law? Yeah, they got us, boy. Yeah, they got us.
All right, but he said it right there in head. Everything is still in front of us, and
Yeah.
that's what people don't understand. Like, don't get upset about this one loss against K-State. Listen, they were just a better team. They was a better team. We know we can play better, and that's the thing that y'all don't understand. We can play a lot better. We
Yeah.
just didn't play. You know what I'm saying? They were the better team today. I mean, yesterday they beat us. Guess what? Move forward. We got Arizona up next, and that's all you got. What we got Arizona up next. Want to know that we guess what? We right back on track to what we're trying to do. Because guess what? Everybody in the Big 12 gonna lose one game, at least one game. It's a fact of how many games you're gonna lose past one game. But everybody in the Big 12 gonna lose one game. I'm telling you right now. Even though everybody y'all just locked in and saying BYU gonna make it, they're gonna lose a game to somebody.
You think people are gonna use again and lose again?
They're going to lose a game.
Let me look at
They're not
that.
going. They're not going undefeated in the season. They're going to lose a game to somebody. It's
I
just
mean,
a
it's
matter
paper, but I just don't.
who that team is. But they're going to lose a game to somebody. Everybody's going to have at least
Hey,
one
listen,
loss.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I want them to lose, but boy, what I saw, them boys.
Hey,
Listen, but what you saying is true. What y'all fail to realize is us and K-State on the same playing field right now in the Big 12. Y'all heard the man say K-State needed this win to stay in relevancy in the Big 12. We just
I know they do, but they still can
you
over
get
us
what I'm
because we
saying?
beat us 1-on-1.
But here's the thing: if K-State lose the game last night, they're done in the Big 12.
True,
Yeah,
true,
they're done in the
true,
Big 12. So
true.
now K-State go out and lose. Let's say they go out and lose next week. Oh, you got 2 losses in the Big 12. We win. We
I
ahead of
understand that,
K-State.
but I don't
So
think
we
K-State
just
gonna lose no.
yeah who
You think they
that
gonna
ain't
lose
gonna be.
no K? You do.
They got to listen. K-State has to play everybody. Like they got to play outside of BYU. They have to play all the good teams in the Big 12. So they ain't gonna duck and dodge. They can't duck and dodge nobody.
Listen. This is the thing, B. They been squeaking by. They've been squeaking by on wins. They should have lost. They besides losing to BYU, they should have lost another game.
Two
Like
I
games.
see.
they were on the they were on the end of a couple. They were on the end of a couple of close games, and they came out on top. So I mean, it's football, man. But we in the same position that they're in. We got to get healthy at receiver, but
Yeah, we gotta get
I
after,
feel
man.
good. I feel good. I think my boy Benson and Mears, they just about 100% healthy. So I feel good, man.
K-State
We
plays West Virginia, then they play Kansas, then they play Houston, Arizona State, Cincinnati, and Iowa State.
hey,
Listen, that
Arizona
Arizona
State,
State game
Arizona
is gonna
State,
be
and
game.
that Iowa State game, they could lose
Now, which one
two more
now?
games in the Big 12. The Iowa State or the Arizona State.
Yeah,
You can lose either one of those.
yeah.
Okay. They play them. That's the last game of the season. They play them.
I'm telling you, yeah, they're going to lose a game. It's just a matter of what game they're going to lose and how pivotal that game can be. But they're going to lose a game.
We just gotta win. That's all.
Honestly,
Hey,
to
listen,
be honest with you, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not even
BWatts,
focused on other teams. We got to focus on
right?
us first before we can worry about
I
anything
can't
else.
listen. Let me put you up on something. I'm sitting here now in the district. I lead my district, right? We had the Hurricanes, and it's a team that was down there that they got affected real heavily, right? And we already beat the number 1 team who we were supposed to be, who they was projected to win. But now we sitting here worried about when we gonna play, if we gonna play this, that, and the other. All I told my kids today in the meeting was, all we gonna do is control what we can control. We can control Eastside being 1-0 every week. We can control Eastside record. We can't control nobody else's record at Colorado. We can control Colorado's record. You 10-2, you put yourself in high contention to be in the Big 12 championship, and that's all you can ask for is a chance to dance.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for, BWatts, is a chance to dance. And so we not gonna sit here and go around the bush about what we didn't do. Like I told you, everybody played tough games yesterday. Ole Miss just did beat LSU. It was good football
LSU
getting
won.
played.
Yeah.
I mean, LSU won. But this is the thing. It's any given Saturday. It's any given Saturday. And it's been shown true week in and week out. Nobody thought Vandy was going to beat Alabama. Whoever thought Northern Illinois would beat Notre Dame? Then you go out there and lose to a team that's in your conference that you should win. So it's any given Saturday. But we got to win.
Hey, Dre.
Go ahead, Pop.
To piggyback off Vandy, right? Vandy goes to beat Alabama, then turn around and beats Kentucky. The same Kentucky team that almost beat Georgia, that was neck and neck. So that just tells you, if you don't come with it week to week, it can be different.
It could be different.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
So we good. Right. We good, man. Don't nobody go pulling their hair out and having breakdowns. Like I told you, if you jump off the train now, you didn't really want to be on it.
Hey,
you didn't really want to be on it.
Here's what I say about BYU. I like BYU's team, but I just know it's college football.
I know. I thought them boys played the last 2 weekends wrong.
I get it, but I'm telling you,
quarterback can spin it, and they got a good defense.
I'm telling you, if
now I Iowa State, I don't think Iowa State gonna lose now. Now check this out. I ain't mean to cut y'all wrong. Iowa State played UCF, Texas Tech, Kansas, Cincinnati, Utah, and KState.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you saying Texas Tech, Utah? Utah, I don't know, because they trying to force Cam Rising to play, and he need to go sit down somewhere. And then you got to play K-State. And you got to play K-State. You get what I'm saying?
Don't they got to play Arizona State?
Do
they play Arizona State?
No. No, they don't got to play Arizona State. No.
The only team they got to play is UCF, Texas Tech, Kansas, Cincinnati, Utah, and K-State.
So if you look at their schedule, they got 2 tough games, right? And then depending on where K-State, because it's gonna come down to that last game. Depending on what K-State is, where Iowa State is, can play a margin of who gets into the Big 12 championship game.
The Big 12 gonna come down to the last week.
Yeah.
The Big 12 won't come down to the last week. So we just want to. All we can do is control what we can control. Keep winning. Keep our heads up. We have nothing. Young men, if y'all listening, y'all got nothing to hold your heads down for. You fought yesterday. You gave it everything you had. You gave it everything. Cause like I say, when most of the time when Superman don't come out the booth, things go down here real quick, and that's what people thought. People thought things were gonna go down here real quick, but them kids didn't. They didn't flinch. And again, when your number was called, was you ready to step in? I know Amarion was. I know Draylon was. I know Timon was. You're right, baby. T.O. gonna have to come on with it. They gonna probably his number probably gonna get called this week. Cotton Hood stepped up when you needed him to step up. I seen Webster in there on defense make a tackle on defense. So we just gotta keep you gotta keep chopping the wood. You gotta keep getting better. Block out the doors, fellas.
That's the one thing I'll say.
Go ahead.
The only thing I wish I would just let Webster play. I know he missed that one key tackle in the back.
They took him out, Rod.
And they didn't play him the rest of the game. And I wish we gave him an opportunity, because he was that one linebacker that can get down here, that has the speed to get into the backfield and go make plays, and let Hill Green continue to do what he was doing. It's just they didn't give him another opportunity to go showcase it. That's the only thing that I say. We had the right formula when he was in the game of how we want to attack them, and he was in the backfield. He just didn't. He made one play and missed a couple plays. So, you look at it from that standpoint. But yeah, shout out to Webster.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's all I got, man. So get ready to end the show, man. We go around with the last word, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Realize y'all could have been doing something there. Appreciate y'all participating in the chat and putting your comments down there. We thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back Sunday. May God continue to bless each and one of you as well as your family.
Hey, appreciate everybody coming on. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel on both sides. You know, what I'll say to y'all is don't get frustrated because of one loss. We still got a long part of the season still left. And like I said from the get-go, by the end of this month, you're gonna know exactly where we stand at in the Big 12, because a lot of things are gonna play out in these next 3 weeks before we get to the month of November. That's gonna line everything up in the Big 12 to know who's in contention and who's not in contention. And as long as we go back and we focus and we get in there and do what we need to do, have a great week of practice and get prepared for Arizona like we should, we'll be fine. Because that's the next game that's up here on the task. And so we got to get focused on that. We can't live in, you know, what we missed, right? We left a lot of money on the floor. We left a lot of opportunities on the floor in that Kansas State game. But it's on to the next. And as long as we take care of the next opportunity, you never know what could prosper. So thank y'all for tuning in. As always, you know, that doesn't go unnoticed. Thank y'all for anybody that put up their pregame shows when I was outside. Appreciate that love. And I'm turning over to Coach Dre to close this thing out.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Life ain't gonna always be peaches and cream. Coach Prime tell y'all every day, we can't have bad days, we can have bad moments. We had a bad moment yesterday. But these young men showed you great courage. They showed you great fight. They showed you great on the spot awareness. And when it's my time, I'll be ready, Coach. I'm proud to say that I represent these young men. Like you say, you want to send your prayers out to Marion Miller. Get well soon, kid. To my Jimmy Horn, I got to talk to you last night. Appreciate it. Let's get healthy because we got business to tend to. We gotta step up for bro. You gotta always remember that life ain't promised. You gotta seize the moment. You gotta live in your moment. But as I always tell y'all, you gotta live in your purpose. As long as you standing on your purpose, you can stand on business. And as I always say, if I send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Drake. That is my brother, RobDaMan. That is my guy. That is my brother, BWatts. Hey, it's the same place, same channel next week. We love y'all. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. Appreciate y'all. Everybody have a good night. May God continue to bless you, spiritual, education, and financially. And I hope that you have the things that God got for you. Once again, thanks for watching Sports Talk with BWatts, along with RobDaManMedia and Coach Dre. Always remember, you be good to God. God will be good to you. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Be blessed. Watching Sports Talk with BWatts Entertainment. I'm your host, Bernard Watt.
We said.